The end of March marked the third full year of operation for Orokonui Ecosanctuary. Restoration of the ecology in the Orokonui Valley has included the reintroduction of lost species, with Tuatara, Takahe and South Island robin all doing well. But even though the Ecosanctuary managed to hold its own financially this past year, there are some concerns as to whether there will be sufficient funding in the future. And here to discuss the matter is Trustee Neville Peat. Good evening, Neville.
Good evening, Rebecca.
Now, how is the Ecosanctuary funded?
Well, about half of it's from the Department of Conservation to work inside the fence with the translocation and restoration work. For the rest, it's grants, it's sponsorships, and it's members' subscriptions. We're always trying to increase those where we can. That is, not the subscriptions, but the members themselves. We'd like to double them, actually. They're an important part of our operation.
Do you have any concerns with DOC's funding?
Yeah, we do. We are in a time of wonder about where DOC's going with its restructuring. It's reinventing itself. We're not sure about how the biodiversity funding, which we rely on a lot, will be, whether it'll be the same as in the past, but we do rely on it, and we are concerned. DOC gives us reassurances. It says it will help us to find sponsorships and so on.
Is the Ecosanctuary doing anything to stand on its own feet financially?
Oh yeah, all the time. We don't actually endeavour to do anything big unless we've got the money for it. We are trying to, as I say, increase our membership, look for new sponsors. Shortly we'll be announcing a new endowment fund we call the Orokonui Foundation, where people can invest in that, and from the revenue from that will help us operate.
What kind of visitor numbers are you seeing?
We're looking at around 18,000 coming through the visitor centre, which is free access. About 10,000 of those visitors go inside the fence, and they pay to do that. Yeah, we're slowly increasing, which we opened, as you said, 3 to 4 years ago, and at a time when tourism was on a downturn. So we're pleased with how we're doing.
How important is volunteer support for the organisation?
Incredibly important. We have a big army of volunteers. We think they're contributing something like 12,000 hours per year, which, if you equated that into dollar terms, it's about 240,000. So they're incredible. We couldn't have done it without them. Simple as that.
What are some of the highlights from the past year?
Well, you mentioned a couple of them, Tuatara and Takahe. The Takahe are magnificent up there. They're just such an astounding bird. Extinct for 50 years, then rediscovered in the Fiordland Mountains in 1948. There's been a big effort to recover them, and now we have two up there. And you can see them at 11 o'clock in the morning when the rangers go out and feed them. And they're right in there, just 100 metres from the main gate.
Wonderful. Are there any events that you can share with us that are coming up?
Sirocco, that wonderful ambassador for our largest and most unique parrot, the kakapo. He's coming back. He was with us 2 years ago. Incredible. He picked the All Blacks to win the Rugby World Cup, Rebecca, and I'm not sure what tricks he's up to this time. He doesn't do tricks, except that he's just a wonderful bird to see and to be around. And of course he's a nocturnal parrot, so people have to visit him in the evening.
Trustee Neville Peat, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.